Welcome everyone. Super duper excited. Welcome to the SkillHat Tech Career Accelerator Demo Day. This is our first time doing this, so it should be fun. Welcome to SkillHat. SkillHat's a training and staffing company founded in Toronto, Canada by myself and my team. My name is Mo, director at SkillHat. We're based in Toronto, Canada and Houston, Texas. We've also now established teams in the UK and in Nigeria. What we do is we provide expert training. 1 second. Yep. So I may wanted some transcription. We've turned that on. Okay. So we provide expert training and career coaching to launch motivated professionals into dream careers, especially dream careers in tech. So we support the career transition process. With SkillHat, people can pivot, transition, and grow in their careers with mentors by their side. You belong here if you are looking to transition to technology, strategy, or management, a newcomer into North America or the UK, or a new grad, or looking to get certified as a PM, as a Scrum Master, as a BA, as a UX designer, or looking to hire quality talent as well. So we are here as part of the demo day of the Accelerator. Let's talk about what that program is really quick. So people want to transition into tech, right? They want to go from being customer service or in healthcare or marketing or finance into tech, into roles like project management and product management and Scrum and UX design and being engineers. Or they want to even switch roles within tech teams. They want to switch from being, if you get everybody to mute, please. Okay, I just muted all. All right. And then some folks want to switch from roles in tech, and that's hard. They want to go from being a waterfall project manager to being a Scrum Master in Agile, or being a BA to being a product manager, or from customer success to UX. And that could be hard as well, right? And so why is that hard? It's because a lot of people don't have any actual hands-on experience in a cross-functional product team building a product. And a lot of people don't have coaching. They don't have a coach working with them. And so these are the two biggest gaps that we saw that were preventing these switches and these pivots. And so how do you get the experience without the experience, right? You want to get a job and they're saying you don't have experience, but I want to get the experience to get the experience. And so we set out to solve this problem with the SkillHat Accelerator. And so in this accelerator, the program structure is you can actually take on the role that you want to get into in the accelerator after your training. So you can get into the accelerator as a developer, a designer, a product manager, a BA, or Scrum Master. So each team has 5 roles. Over 9 weeks, 3 to 5 teams will spend a ton of time. They spend about 16 hours a week for 9 weeks building product. And then they have a product demo today. So today we're going to watch these demos. The idea is to network, to demo what they've done. We have recruiters here. We have hiring managers here. We have everyone pretty much across all levels in tech space here. So teams will present for 15 minutes. Judges will give feedback and ask questions for 10 minutes. And the criteria is the judges are looking at presentation quality, product technical depth, product design, and business viability. Okay. So let's just meet the judges. We'll do a quick 20-30-second intro of each judge. If you could just hear from you, can echo your first name and last name and role. Maybe talk about what you do at your job and what you're excited for today. So we'll start with Brigida.
Hi, Mo. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. And I'm really pleased to be joining you today. I've seen the different teams, what they're going to be presenting. So, really excited and looking forward to see that. My name is Brigida Nicasio. I'm from Marsh & McLennan. I am the IT director for Canada in technology. I manage project managers and business analysts in my team. And really looking forward, because we're also doing some transition within our organization from a waterfall to agile. So first of all, congratulations to the team and looking forward to see the presentation.
Excellent. Thank you, Brigida. Is Yele here? So Yele is not here. Yele is like a hotshot millionaire. He just raised $15 million last week. He's a crypto guy. And he just got summoned to a crypto regulatory hearing this morning. So he said he might not be able to make it. So he's probably not here right now. So we're going to move on to another one of our esteemed judges, Jermaine. Let's go to Jermaine.
Hey, everyone. My name is Jermaine L. Murray. Online, you might know me as the Job Father or Jermaine Jupiter. I didn't give myself the first name, but I was so happy to accept it. I'm super excited to be here because I am a Kanye West fan. What's the relevance? Well, Kanye West has said over and over again that he looks for the new generation. He looks to the new people, new artists, new people on the scene, because they're the ones that are coming with fresh ideas and fresh eyes. And I think it's the same thing here in tech too. I'm excited to see some of your projects and your products because you have fresh eyes, you have problems that we haven't even thought of solving yet. And we're going to get a taste of what the next generation has. So like, yo, how could I not be hyped?
We're lit. Super. That's why I love Jermaine. He always comes with the energy. Welcome. Thanks, Jermaine. Let's go to Osh. Do we have Osh here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, great. Let's get your intro in, sir.
Is my video on? Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, awesome. Okay, my name is Osh. I work as a director for talent management at Hydro One. Like everyone else, I'm excited and looking forward to the presentations today. Like Jermaine said, I think it's Jermaine that we see. What you have in store for us. I'm totally looking forward to it. So let's go.
Awesome. Sounds good. Osh, I kind of sent you guys a wrong link to join as judges. I sent you my own link. So it's showing your name as my name. So beside the mute button in your video, you can just click those three dots and then click rename so we can actually see your name. All right, thanks, Osh. Let's go to Sean.
Hi there, Sean Six I'm currently at UTSI, VP of Operations and Strategy, and I don't do much project management anymore, and I hire and manage project managers and consultants now. I've been managing project managers for about 10 years, and I've been in project management for about 15. I'm excited today for a few reasons. One of them is Mo does an amazing job of prepping us, so I feel way more guidance than I've ever had on any of the panels I've ever been on. And I actually know a little bit more about the pitches that we're going to see today, or the demos that we're going to see today, which usually you don't know until you show up. Has been my experience, but that's through the accelerators here in Houston. So well done, Mo. And I love new ideas. I've been working in innovation for about a decade. I like solving old problems with new technology. So I'm hoping that we see some of that today, and I can be a champion and say I got to see it first here.
Very nice. Awesome. Thanks, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Let's go definitely last but not least at all, JT.
Hi everyone. I can't echo enough, but definitely excited to be here and see a lot of the ideas that are going to be shared. I'm Jetty Olaf, full name Jetty Olua Olafemihan, but everyone calls me Jetty Olaf. I'm currently an AD of UX at Loyalty One, or most popularly known as Air Miles, which is a loyalty program, Canada's top loyalty program, by the way. Great to see all the things that are going to be shown today, because again, I feel like this is not just what the ideas you guys are going to bring out, but also the experiences you had through the program. I think it would be great to have that chat and just really hear your stories and feedback from all of that. So thank you, Mo, for inviting me here, and I'm excited to kick this off.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So it's demo time. Without further ado, we're gonna get into demos. We're gonna talk about and acknowledge the coaches when we're done with the demos, because we did have some awesome coaches who got the team members to where they are right now. But let's get to the demos. It's all about the teams. So I've stopped sharing, and we're gonna go in alphabetical order. We have 3 teams presenting. We have Black Scholar, EcoFit, and SkillHat Talent. So we're gonna start with Black Scholar. So whenever you guys are ready, share your screen, and I'll time you. Please stick to time, and we'll get some feedback from the judges. Okay.
All right, thank you so much, Mo. Tommy K, you can proceed.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining from. We are Team Black Scholar. So 9 weeks ago, a group of us started the journey of creating a valuable product. And before I get started and walk you through all of this, it's important I introduce you to the team that did this. Our product team consisted of 4 Scrum Masters, 2 business analysts, a product owner, a product manager, a UX designer, and a developer. The task before us was to develop a product that helps Black students access scholarship information as they pursue post-secondary education. In our research, we found that millions of dollars in scholarship money goes unclaimed every year because students don't apply. And 48% of Black students owe more than they borrowed after graduation in comparison to other races. This was stunning to us as we set to understand why this gap exists. As we empathized through interviewing and surveying 74 Black domestic and international students in and outside of Canada, we found that a lot of students were either unaware of eligible scholarship, found it difficult to search as there was no centralized location, or lacked information and guidance to help this process. With this and ideating, we're able to define our product, Black Scholar. So what is Black Scholar? Black Scholar is a one-stop web application that provides up-to-date scholarship information for Black students. Our goal is to help Black students maximize scholarship options available to them and to enable them achieve their educational pursuit. We provide concise information in a centralized location, easy navigation on our platform, strong community engagement, and tailored guidance. So here's our business model canvas. Our customer segment are Black domestic students, Black international students, parents, guardians, sponsors, colleges, universities, community centers, advertisers, and our value proposition, as mentioned, is to provide tailored and organized one-stop shop scholarship information for Black students, to save them time in their search and to provide support through direct access to community with similar interests, and to provide scholarship application guidance as well. So our revenue stream is that of a freemium. So it's free to browse through our website and access the scholarship information. But if you want that tailored scholarship application guidance, we have two coaches, one who is able to help with MBA scholarship applications, and the second who is able to help with the undergrad scholarship application. And it's for a fee. And we also are able to get revenue through advertisement, partnerships, and corporate sponsorship. And on this screen, you're also able to see our cost structure. So before we set out to build our product, our amazing UX designer started with a sketch, then a prototype, and he was able to develop key features like our search engine, our community, coaching, and our tips. Enough of me telling you about what we did. It's time to show you our product.
All right, thank you so much, Tomike, for that presentation so far. So hi, my name is Abby. I'm going to be walking you all through our product right now, and come along with me on this journey. So I'm going to be walking you through as an undergrad student who have just gotten admission and I'm looking to get scholarships. So I'll first walk you through our sign-in page. So right now I'm logged in, so I'm just going to log out. And you can either sign up if you're a new user or you're visiting our website for the first time, or you can log in, right? So I already have my credentials here and my account, and I'm just going to sign in. And once you sign in, you can always go into your My Profiles to update your information. So I can change my name, my country. Let's say I move to the States, I can always update my information there and save changes. I can also change my passwords and all of those as well. So I'm gonna click change password here. So there's one thing we also decided to include on our profile is disable my account, because some people sometimes they need a break from like social media and all of those. So to deactivate your account, you click on deactivate account, and a link is triggered and sent to your email for verification. And once you receive that link, you can proceed to deactivating your account over there. So right now I'm going to go back to the home page and click on York University, for example. I have an admission with York, and I'm trying to see how I can like leverage my opportunities for scholarships. So I'll put in the keyword York and I click on find scholarship. So over here, it takes you to our scholarships page. And here we have 22 results for Black student scholarship from York. And you can either filter by location or degree type. So as of now, we only have scholarships in Canada, specifically Ontario. And you can either decide to filter by either PhD, master's, or bachelor's degree. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on the second option, which is lender. And over here, you get a bit of more overview of what the scholarships entails, like the eligibility, how much the fund is, if it's for bachelor, master's, or PhD degree. So we have two steps here, workflows rather. You can either apply now or you can save for later. So I'm going to click on apply now, and this is going to redirect me to the institution's scholarships page where you can apply. And the reason why we did this is just to ensure like all the information is up to date at a timely manner. So I'm going to go back to our web application. So let's say, okay, I just decided to browse through and save the scholarships I'm interested in to come back to it. What I do is I click on save for later. And as you can see, it says scholarship saved. Then I go into my accounts and there's an option there that says saved scholarships. So I'm just going to click on this one and you have your scholarship saved there. I can always open it up to apply when I'm ready. And I can always also unsave it. So once you unsave it, click on unsave. It says scholarships removed from saved items. And if you go back there to verify, you can see that has gone away. So now I'm going to go back to the home page and I will highlight. So on our home page, we also have an option to show latest scholarships instead of actually searching. If you, let's say, for example, you don't have admission and you just want to browse through to see which schools or institutions offer scholarship, you can always come in here to click on latest scholarships, and you can always view all scholarships as well. And it takes you back to our scholarship page. All right. So I'm going to talk about community. So we're not just a search engine for scholarships. We also want to engage our clientele, our users, and people that will be visiting our page. So over here, you're going to click on ask a question. And let me ask the question. How can I apply for scholarships at, let's say, York U, which is York, I'm just gonna York U, and I can ask the question. So let's say I can say I have a typo here. I said York, so I'm gonna come in here and click on edit, and I will just rectify the question I did there. So you have two options. You can also delete it as well if you don't want to pose the question. And you also have the ability to like a question. You have an ability to answer. I can just say, please check out Black Scholar. And I can add my answer there. And I can also share this question with people in my network. So I can share it on LinkedIn, I can share it on Twitter, I can share it on WhatsApp as well. So I'm going to go back to the home page and I'm going to talk about tips rather. So in the tips section here, we post tips and tricks on how to launch scholarships. And this is not just for domestic students, also for international students, immigrants coming from other countries that are not really aware of how to get successful scholarship in Canada. And we also talk about how you can write an essay that stands out as well, and all of those. And this is actually the idea of doing this is to make sure our customers are engaged every time when they come into our webpage. So we're going to be posting new content every month, which are scheduled on our end here. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and I think this is the part most people are excited for, which is the coaching field and section that we have. So there's some individuals that really need that guidance, right? They need to talk to someone to put them through. So if you're one of those individuals, what you need to do is come in here to book a coach. So you click on get a coach, and you have a form which is going to pop up, and you fill in your information. So I'm just going to do a quick, I'm just going to put my name, 25, and I'm going to put my phone number here. For privacy reasons, I'm just going to put anything there. And I'm going to put a country, so Canada. and you have a question like, how did you hear about those? This is not compulsory. So I'm just going to click on social media. And also, we also decided to put an option there for our users, right? Some people prefer to be contacted by email. Some of them prefer phone calls. So I'm just going to click on email. And it's also we also ask for the questions like, which program are you looking to get scholarships for? I can just click on masters, and it's going to say, what session are you looking to get into? And I can just say summer, and I can put in the choice, like the school choice, York, for example, and I can put in my GPA if I want to. It's optional as well. So 3.5. I can either put in some more extracurricular interest, and it can give us a brief description or overview of any other thing you think we should know about, like your situation, your circumstance, and all of those. It's going to help for us to like align you to like a proper coach that's going to fit your need. And also, we believe in transparency over here. So we already highlighted the cost of this particular service, which is $350 for a 5-hour session. So I'm just going to click on submit, and it's going to say, we'll contact you in 2 business days. Thank you. So that's a notification. So once you submit that, this goes to our back end. We have like an admin dashboard here, which we're still working on. For now, I feel like this is going to get us what we want to do. So here we have some sort of analytics, right? We know how many users have signed up. We know how many scholarships we have posted on our web application. We know how many tips we have there. And I think the most important right now is the leads, right? So over here, once you click on get a coach and you submit your information, we have your details here on the leads where we can potentially assign this to someone. So for instance, I'm going to click on the one which I just like entered, and I'll click on edit, and I can either assign that to someone on the team or a coach, right? To walk you through next steps, how to make payments and all of those. And I'll just click on save. Okay, so yeah, it's telling me that my email address is incorrect. So I'm just gonna fill that in because I didn't have a domain there. So save, right? And I've assigned it to someone. So that is it for that. And also we're able to download this, this information here in Excel, and that's for reporting purposes and all of those. So I'm just going to go back to the home page here, and give me 1 second. And I'm going to talk about, I'm going to go back to our profiles page. So over here, we can also update our pictures. So I find that very interesting. Sometimes you just want to change it. You don't want to make sure, you want to make sure your profile is alive and all of those. And that is pretty much a summary of our product. I hope you all are excited as we are to go on this journey. Thank you so much, and I'll pass it on to Mike.
All right, like Abby said, we hope you're excited for our product. We're just going to walk you through a few more things. The first is our revenue model. So for our revenue model, we anticipate to get 90% of our revenue from coaching. Like Abby already mentioned, it's a $350 per subscriber for a maximum of 5 hours. We plan on splitting it 60-40 with our coaches. We also plan on getting revenue through advertisement as well, and also sponsorship. So the next page will show you our financial projections for the next 5 years. And for our financial projections for the next 5 years, we anticipate to break even in our 3rd year. So this last 9 weeks, they've been a great experience for us. We thought it important to share what made us successful. Communication was the first one. We communicated frequently through our different Scrum meetings, also with our testers as well. We collaborated. Although we understood our functions, that didn't stop us from collaborating. So we had Scrum Masters working with our business analysts working with our POs. We also brought in Scrum values and also stood on the pillars of Scrum. We faced a lot of challenges navigating the manual data gathering process, but we're able to learn lessons like using design thinking approach, being open-minded, sharing knowledge, accepting feedback, and also taking time out to care for ourselves. On the next page, we'll show the tools that also made us successful that we're able to use during this process.
So I'm sure a lot of you are like, so what next, right? What next? This amazing product. What are we going to do with it next? So, and before I go into that, we also know the importance of data and privacy. So we have all our disclaimers out there in place as well. So what next? We're going to be registering our business first. We're going to register our business and our domain hosting. We're also going to optimize the coaching feature workflow to make sure it's better, it's streamless for all our users. And we're going to be adding the payments feature to this product. So like I said, so it's easier as well for our coaches and our users to make payments instead of like going through a hustle to make payments. And we're also going to be connecting our scholarship contents through APIs. So as Tomike stated earlier, we actually gathered 66 scholarships and we did that manually. We had to go in to vet the information, make sure it was correct, up to date and all of those. And that is just like a waste of time, to be honest, once we grow and move forward. So we're looking to connect APIs and optimize the use of APIs. So that is pretty much it for the next step. Thank you so much for listening to us. And I hope you enjoyed our presentation and you're looking forward to seeing our products in the market space.
All right, let's give them a round of applause, please, if you will. Thank you so much, guys. So you did it in good time. You have 15 minutes, you did it in about 16 and a half, so that's not bad. Let's try to keep the time. So let's get the judges' feedback. So what I'd like to do is get, I'll just point out to each judge and you can give us your thoughts and some feedback on what you might improve on, as well as what you thought was probably best about the presentation and the product. So we'll go in the same order. We'll start with Brigida. We have about 1 minute or two. Brigida, we can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Sorry, I clicked on the video instead of the.
Yeah, no worries. You can see your beautiful picture.
All right. Thank you for that presentation, Black Scholar. Very, very well delivered, very relevant, good, very good content. And considering the amount of time that you've been given, there's actually a very rich functionality. You've touched on the actual scholarship, the community, the question and answer portion, and even as far as, you know, getting the coaches assigned. Actually, as you were going through the presentation, there were some questions that are popping in my head, and you're just like reading my mind and answering them, right? Like the what next. So, you know, very, very good. If there's any question that I would like to ask now is that, what are the challenges that you've encountered? You've talked about the good, you know, the collaboration, putting in the Scrum values, but what were the other challenges and how did you overcome that in delivering?
Yes, thank you so much. Abby, if you don't mind sharing your screen to the last slide. So we listed out some of the challenges we had. The first one being the manual data gathering process. And how we overcame it was that everyone on the team pulled their weight. We all pulled our weight, and also getting feedback from our testers, because our testers were everywhere. What we had to do was try to work with their time. We had to be flexible and open up our schedule as well. So Abby, the very last page, slide 27, and also getting statistics about Black students in Canada as well was a huge challenge we faced. We had to use multiple sites to be able to get the statistics that we use. And also where most of us were working full time, also time was another challenge that we faced, but we're committed. We also had great coaches that helped us along the way, and we utilized the things that the coaches told us to do, which made our process effective.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Brigida. Everyone in the audience, you can share your feedback in the chat. So you can share your feedback, your thoughts, even questions in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna go. Is Yeli here yet? I don't think Yeli is here. Is he? No. So we're gonna go to Jermaine.
First, I just want to say, like, yo, I was super impressed with what I just saw. I'm very passionate about getting representation of Black people up in tech. And while it's a problem that we need to address on like the talent acquisition level and leadership level, it's always good to know about like people that are thinking in the future and building up infrastructure to support that from like the institutional level. And there is a lot of area of opportunity for students to get more help when it comes to the education or post-secondary experience. It was very fluid. The features are very clear. I saw the business needs for it. So like, I'm right on board. I was overall very impressed. I do have a piece of feedback that I would like to give. And it comes more towards the presentation side of things. When you're giving a presentation, or especially when it comes to like a product focused presentation, I think it would be in your best interest and in the best interest of your product to describe the features, benefits, and the feedback would be to tell a story, hypothetical or in real life, and tell it from like the perspective of the user that you'd be going. Tell us like, what the ideal profile would be like, what kind of issues they may be facing. And then as you're walking us through each of your products, you tell us how like that, each aspect of your product, you tell and you connect how that specific feature of that product will benefit that person, and like ideally what the end result or the feedback would be. But otherwise, I'm like super impressed. If you told me that this is put together by like a well-funded startup that had like hundreds of thousands to like a couple mil, I'd believe you. Honestly, well done.
Awesome. That's what I've been telling these guys for the last 9 weeks. I mean, I've worked on product teams, and the pace and the speed of innovation is not always this fast in this app. So thank you for that feedback, Jermaine. Let's go to Osh real quick.
Fantastic. I'm hoping you can see me. I still haven't changed my
we can
name,
see
but
you.
this is Osh. Yeah, I mean, I think it was again, kudos to the team. I thought it was in my lifetime, I've seen quite a few presentations. I thought this was very well done. Like Jermaine said, I think this is a product that that is absolutely necessary out there. From my perspective, I work in talent management, and nurturing talent, Black talent, is super important to us, to me. From a D&I perspective. And I think this is like, getting folks ready for the market. And this is absolutely something that we need. There were a couple of things I really loved, if I want to be very specific. I love the fact that, to the first, sorry, I can't remember your name, judge's point, you seem to be answering a lot of questions even before I asked. So, I was wondering, so what if I don't have have admission? Am I able to, does that preclude me from getting, searching or getting access to a coach and all that stuff? And you answered the question. I thought that was great. And that's simply because a lot of times getting a scholarship is what people kind of is the first thing that makes people think about, even going ahead to seek the admission. So are the scholarships out there? Can I pay for it? And then, okay, let me go seek admission. So I thought that was good as well. I love the community. I love the coaching model, but kind of leads me to, a suggestion. And it's more like, something you might want to consider. I think you can provide some more details around the coaching service that's provided. First off, consider maybe a tiered coaching service. So you have coaching for, I think, 5 hours, for a flat fee of $350. Well, some of us will need more than 5 hours, and so maybe 5 hours is not, exactly what every single person needs. And it goes back to Jermaine's point. You sometimes, when you build things like this, it's better to tell the story from a persona perspective. So different personas, would require different stuff, and you can probably use a persona to tell the story perhaps a little better. But other than that, I thought it was great. Like I said, this is one product that's, personally, I will be looking out for in the market,
Very nice to hear. Director of Acquisition of Talent, I heard everyone wants to get this product in the market. So you have one customer, maybe you might invest in your business. We'll get.
I just might.
I think, did Jermaine have a question, or Jermaine have a point? I see your hand up.
I did. I actually forgot to ask. How do you go about qualifying the coaches?
So for that one, what we did is we put together like a job description, and we actually went through interviewing multiple clients that were interested to come on board with us. So right now we have two. We have one specifically for graduate studies, and we have for undergrad. So that's what we did. We went through like the whole interviewing process to vet them, and also referrals as well, and verification, word of mouth, and all of those.
All right. Thanks for that question, Jermaine. We have a minute and a half for judges' feedback, but I think we'll extend by a bit if that's okay. A lot of good insight. So we're gonna go next to Sean.
All right. Well done. I do have some questions though, if that's all right. One of them is, I didn't see anything about competition in this space and how you are differentiated from your competition. I don't know if you want to give me like a 20-second on that, or okay.
Yes, so we actually, it's because of the time we have all of this prepared. We have our competitors here. For example, we have Grants Me Canada, and we have Scholarship Canada. So Scholarship Canada, they offer coaching services as well regarding essays, and also scholarship match, and they were founded in 2017. And while we have Scholarship Canada here, they're more of like a search engine, right? They don't have any like add-ons in terms of like features or services that guides their users to optimize the opportunities available for them. So what differentiates us here is we offer a community, a sense of togetherness. So that's our differentiating factor. And also the coaching is more tailored, right? We're not just putting out things out there. We want the users to be a part of us, right? That personal touch, that's our selling point here.
Okay. So overall, I like it. I can't believe you did all that in such a short time. And I love the tech slide. I could spend more time on that just because I'm a nerd and really like to unpack all the tech that you use to make this happen. The one thing I would throw out is I do believe, so I'm always looking for new talent, and I'm always promoting and trying to get diversity into tech. There's definitely, we need more people in tech in general, but definitely more diversity. And where I grew up, we were in the poor side of the tracks, and when electricity and things went off, we were the ones that got cut off. And we were the ones that the gas stopped getting service, electricity went off, the water lines went off during freezes and tornadoes. I grew up in Oklahoma. So there's people like me that wanted to get into tech and didn't know how, and would love to have had a coach, but there's no way I could have afforded a coach. So my question is, for the underserved population, that this is great for people that have cash, but for people from the other side of the tracks, how would they go about getting money to get the coaching? Is there a mechanism for them to apply for maybe a scholarship that would pay for the coaching?
So that's actually very great. That's a great question. So part of our revenue stream is donation. There's some people that will donate to the cause, and the money and the revenue we get from that portion, we're going to use it towards people that are not, that don't have the opportunity to pay for a coach or to even like go to university, because sometimes you might not even get a scholarship. But if we have enough funds from donation, we can look for someone that is a better fit for that resource, and we just use it for them.
Perfect. All right.
Interesting. So it's almost like Black Scholar itself could then start offering scholarships through Black Scholar.
Something like that. Yes, we talked about it, but we haven't mapped our process yet on how we're going to do it, right? But it's something we're looking at as well.
Yeah, I think it's great, the idea that people that have the cash to get coaching and can get scholarships, and then promoting technology and getting people into the space is amazing. But then having a mechanism for somebody that the idea of even paying for gas to get to school is overwhelming, more or less coaching to go to school. So I love that idea. And I would, when you're ready, let me know. I'd love to help out if I can.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. We have another investor, another supporter. Okay, very nice. Thank you. And let's go to last but not least again, Jetty for sure.
Yes, and I know we're over time, so I'll try and keep it short, but I'm definitely going to be reaching out and asking a lot more questions, because I have, like, I think this is amazing, especially for the niche market you guys are targeting. In terms of key questions, or well, I guess let me jump into questions, because in the interest of time, but great presentation. Would you say your key value proposition is the niche market, or is the fact that you offer coaching?
I would say a bit of both, actually.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting. And how did the team come about choosing the key features to put into, I guess, MVP, because this would be an MVP.
Yeah. So what we did was we actually used a lot of, like, we used Miro. Yeah, Miro, I believe that's the name, for design thinking. And what we did, and because I used it earlier, like I think a couple of weeks before we joined this program, just playing around. And when we started this journey, I told everybody, okay, we have an account, throw all your ideas, right? Like nothing is a waste. All ideas are brilliant. So that's what we did. We threw all our ideas there. Then what we did was like we walked through priority, what is feasible. We worked closely with everybody on the team, from the UX designers, the developer, and we said, okay, what is feasible? What can we actually do within we actually developed this in 4 weeks, right? So what can we do in 4 weeks, you know? So yeah, that's what we did pretty much. And we stated what would differentiate us from someone else. Like we needed that strong wow factor. We didn't just want to do something basic, right? So we decided to like, okay, fine, these are our selling points. We should have it on our MVP and we improve on it. It's functional, but can it be better? Yeah, hell yes, it can be better, right?
It is. I'm blown away with the amount of work you guys putting in this short amount, because it is a working prototype. And anyone in tech will understand, like sometimes demos would fall apart, but it went really smoothly. So I'm really impressed with what you guys have put together so quick. I have 2 more questions very quickly. In terms of the research, you mentioned that you built this in 4 weeks. So when did the research happen, and how, you mentioned that you also reached out and did some, I guess, interviews with people and stuff like that. But what other forms of research, or how long did that process take before you started applying the insights into your design?
So technically we started the research from week 2. So it was a 9-week program, and we started research from week 2 pretty much.
Okay.
And I think it was a bit easier for us to reach out to our audience because most of us are immigrants, right? We went through the struggles. So we kind of have insights, we have relatives, we have family members, we have colleagues at work that go through the same challenges, right? So it was easier for us to gather this information through like interview. We also sent out questionnaires and surveys. So because once you have a questionnaire and surveys, you can reach out to like a larger audience. So all we did was forward it to our network, please repost and all of those, right? And we also streamlined it to also interviewing. After going through the survey, we did interviews for open-ended questions to get more insights, right? And that's what we pretty much did. And the good thing is that we actually had a lot of people come on board in terms of testing. We also did a lot of testing, and most of the users we reached out to get questions and feedback from, they showed interest that they wanted to actually test the product, and they're looking forward to it.
That's amazing.
I just wanted to jump in here to add that we also engage our testers. So we had our UX designer and an amazing Scrum Master utilize MailChimp to send out newsletters to our testers, just so they were updated as well.
That's amazing, because I understand, I know how research could get, and the fact that you guys were able to keep in contact with them and use that again to pull them into the testing phase it was a great way to pull this off quite quickly. And I look forward to having more chats with you guys. I wish I knew who was who on the team, and but I do think we would have more opportunities to chat about this. This is a
So
great one.
SkillHat's building a portfolio site that should be launched in about a week, where we'll show every single product, who worked on the teams, and then you can play with the product itself. So that's coming out as well. All right, I just kind of have to cut this off at this point because we're supposed to have 10 minutes of feedback. We had 17, which is good. It shows there's a lot of interest, and I'm very happy. Good job, team. So let's end this now so we can have energy for the other 2 teams, which are also equally impressive. So thank you very much, Black Scholar. Round of applause again for them, and for the judges, and for the coaches, acknowledging our coaches. Let's just say hi to the coaches. Oludi, could you wave? Hi, Oludi. One of our lead coaches here. Cole built the program with myself and Lisa. Do we have Lisa here? Lisa is never on video, but okay, she's on video right now. Could you see Lisa? Okay, hi, Lisa. And do we have Coach Sakib, our UX design coach? Is Coach Sakib here? Sakib isn't here right now, I don't think. I don't see Sakib. Is Sakib here? Maybe could you voice out because I don't see you on video. Okay, I guess Sakib's not here yet. Okay, thank you everyone. Let's go to EchoFit. EchoFit is your turn.
Hi, can everyone see EchoFit on the screen?
No, we see some sort of like marble color stuff.
Yeah, I've got it. That's my desktop. Let me share that. Then we should be good now.
So we see EchoFit and a logo. Your sound isn't as crisp as it usually is. I'm not sure if you want to get close to your laptop or anything like that. We can hear
Can
you.
hear me? Okay, I'll
There's
just
a bit of an
I'll
echo.
just speak louder.
Okay, all right.
All right. Hi, everyone. You're welcome to the EchoFit presentation where we share the point of your fitness needs. I'll just pass it on to our Scrum Master, Sarah, to get started.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to first of all say thank you for joining us today. So my name is Sarah and I'm going to be introducing EchoFit. EchoFit is a health and fitness app that uses a matching algorithm to find the most suitable trainers to help you achieve your fitness goals. Our app is intended for individuals who are seeking a cost-friendly way to keep fit from their preferred location, as well as coaches who would like to scale their impact and reach additional clients. Now I'll introduce you to our team, starting with the Scrum Masters, myself, Sarah, Patricia, Adekunbi, and Wanye. And we also have our business analyst, Tolu, our UX designer, Omodi, our product manager, Felicia, and our software developer, Nix. And now I'll pass it back on to Tolu, who's going to tell you more about our product.
All right. So to better understand what the current gaps or pain points are in the field of personal training, we utilize design thinking frameworks. We did some research. We also interviewed people who were gym goers, non-gym goers, as well as fitness trainers, basically to understand what the pain points were. And so the first thing that we discovered was, first of all, getting a fitness trainer usually goes through the gym, and it's a pretty generic model right now because it's usually based on the gym manager's like subjective interpretation of the client's needs. Also, although most people seem to prefer personal training, in-person training rather, which was seen as with 60% of our respondents, most personal training apps cater mostly to virtual training instead of in-person. Also, affordability actually is the main barrier to training sessions. So getting a fitness trainer, as stated by 43% of our respondents, and the costs are pretty high, ranging from about $40 to $100 per session. Nutritional help, which is really essential to being successful in your fitness journey, is usually also an additional cost. That's also a barrier. And lastly, there is poor accountability. Clients usually don't have visibility to the trainer's credentials or success rates. And also when you go to the gym, you don't typically have tracking tools and services to basically track your progress. However, EcoFit was able to find solutions to most of these problems. For the generic model, what our solution is a questionnaire with a matching algorithm that enables you to find the most suitable coach for your fitness needs. Usually through the registration process, the client fills out questionnaires that ask them specific questions to find their perfect coach. Also, we will be offering one-on-one training at the client's preferred location, whether home, outdoors, or virtually. Our pricing strategy is a 3-tiered pricing, and it's going to be ranging from $38 to about $50 per session, which I think is quite affordable for in-person training, and also would be able to reach multiple clients. And we would also provide nutritional information at no additional cost for pricing tiers. And lastly, we are going to ensure that the trainer's credentials are validated and also made visible once you're reviewing your trainer. Also, ratings and reviews would be collected and provided to those who want to get fitness training from a certain coach. And lastly, we're going to have goal tracking tools to keep track of your fitness targets and successes. So we're going into the demo, and Felicia is just going to tell us what the features are and walk us through.
Thank you for that, Tolu. So our key features are like a rating and review system, in-person sessions, matching feature, scheduling, and in-app messaging. So now I'm going to walk you through our demo of EcoFit product.
So as a client who wants to begin my fitness journey, I come to EcoFit's website. This is our landing page. Our headers are how it works, success stories, pricing, and contact us. So I click on how it works, which basically gives me like a brief synopsis of the marching feature. And then I also we get to collaborate with the trainer that also gives you nutrition plans and custom training based on your goals. And then I click on the pricing feature, which basically tells me the 3-tier pricing plans that we have. If you want a monthly membership for virtual, basic, and elite. And then it also shows the features that each membership has, and for subsidized plan. We also have a 3 months, $540, and then for the basic plan, advanced plan, then we have 3 months for $972. And then also if I click on contact us, you put in your name, email, message, and then it gets to us in real time. And then it also yeah. So as a client, like I mentioned earlier, I want to find a coach. So I click on find my coach. And then it takes me through questions what gender do I identify with? And she says male. And then age range, 18 to 35. Okay, where do I live? I put my city and state. Next. And then what's my preference, at home or virtual? Then I click on at home. How often I work out. What type of exercises that I'm interested in. And what my fitness goals are. And what gender preferences do I have for a coach? How would I describe my ideal coach? And then you enter your name so that it saves your progress for you, your name, email, password. So basically, after I do this process, it will say success, your account has been created. And find my coach. Oh. So as you can see here, we have a password criteria that we do. So if you do have 2 different passwords, then it comes up as an error invalid. And then it takes 10 seconds while it's finding me my perfect coach based off my answer. So it matched me with Coach David, and based off my the training, what specialties that I answered earlier, it shows cardio training and strength training, which is highlighted here. And then it also has other recommended trainers like Coach Gary. If you click on Coach Gary, it also shows strength training and weight training highlighted. And it gives us a preview of the coach. And then if I want to get started with Coach David, I click on get started. And then it shows the 3 monthly packages that we have with the pricing and the features that each monthly packages have. And then I want to click on ideally jump stats. And then it gives me a pop-up to enter my card details, which I'm doing right now. And I click on subscribe. And then after this, my account is created, because to create an account with us, you have to subscribe. And then it takes me to my profile. So here you can see the user profile, good morning, Jermaine, and how many training sessions. Of course, I just created this account. So right now I have 0. And if I want to schedule a training session, I click on schedule. And then you see for the past is grayed out, and then booked you can see is in orange, and what I selected is in green. So I select the date, 25th, and then 12 p.m. and confirm, and it says schedule created successfully. So I want to message my coach. So I click on the coach's avatar and I could just say, okay, here I'm at demo day, and this gets to deliver to the coach in real time. Okay, and then we have like, yeah, so then I'm not going to pass it to Amadi to speak on the trainer view profile.
So I'm just going to walk you through the interface of the trainer's profile. So we're going to start off with the bookings. This pretty much shows the upcoming sessions, and this shows this has already updated on the Jermaine, the Jermaine that just booked a session. Then I'll have you go to bookings to show. You click on bookings. This pretty much shows like the monthly schedule for Coach David, and the ones on orange just shows the date which he scheduled for a session, and the ones on the gray, which is today's date, shows today's real-time date. So this pretty much gives him an overview on how his month is going to be like. Then this his clients, his clients who are already registered, and this is Jermaine who just sent him a message and he says, hey, I'm at demo day. So he already got the message, and it's like pretty much a confirmation that his subscription went through. Then after that, for the you go back to the home. Then this pretty much on the overview, instead of you going to different places, pretty much shows your review, your session schedules, and all of those. Then I'm going to hand it over to Tolu to talk about the business model canvas.
Okay, so I will be speaking to this actually. So basically our main customer segments, like you saw, are the trainers and coaches and the trainees. And then our value proposition is a personalized and seamless matching system between trainer and clients. One trainer can have multiple clients, which also increase revenue. And it also lowers the barrier of finding new clients for the trainer. And also, like for our revenue streams, our main revenue streams, that would be majority of our revenue will come from membership subscription fees. And then we have add-on features and merchandising sales. And then our cost structure, majority of our wages, our cost structure will be from wages of a coach and development team, software maintenance, digital marketing, and we're also important. Data security and privacy is also important. So now I'll pass it over to Tolu to give you a brief synopsis about our financial model.
All right, so just to tell you a bit more about this personal training market, it's actually a pretty large market and it's valued at $13.1 billion. In terms of the market share, majority of the market share actually is in private and home training, which is where we're going to play. It's going to be 55% of the market share. Gym centers and fitnesses also have a large market share at 41%, and then other models or other modes is 4%. The market is projected to grow about 1.4% over the next 5 years. There are a number of competitors in the space. However, we do provide different features from the competitors, such as like the in-person training, as I said, as well as a more affordable model. For our projections, we're starting off with about 15,000 clients in our first year, which is our aspiration. And so based on an average of $250 per client per month, we would be able to break even in year 3, or about just 1 year after we go live. And so that makes us, and would also become profitable. So this is our profit, actually, $12.9 million. And so we'll continue to grow that over the next 5 years. And we project a 41% revenue growth. At a margin rate of 13%, we would be at $31.8 million in profit over 5 years. If you'd like to see more on the competitor or on the financials, we do have some slides readily available in the appendix. So now I'll pass it on to Wanye to talk about some of the challenges we faced and how we overcame them.
Awesome. Good morning, everyone. So as Tolu just said, I'll be discussing the challenges we faced and the lessons learned So one of the big challenges that we faced were time constraints. So a lot of team members weren't available because we were on different time zones or we all have our own careers. And then we also only had 9 weeks to deliver this product so that we can have it ready for demo day. What we did to get around that was essentially on our Scrum meetings, our daily stand-ups, we would discuss what time would be best for everyone the next following day. That proved to work pretty well. And then as far as the limited time to deliver the product, we just made sure the products that we put in our backlog weren't too complex and they were actually tasks that we could get done during this 9 weeks. The second challenge we faced was communication. So the product vision was interpreted differently. And then the Scrum Masters had trouble onboarding our new Scrum Master. So in order to combat these, we just pretty much ensured that we conducted, solid surveys. And then we made sure the Scrum Masters, we just made sure every Scrum Master got a chance to do the Scrum ceremonies multiple times so that they were getting their full experience. And lastly, the last challenge was really a learning curve. So we had to learn how to use, all the new software like Jira, Confluence, Miro really fast. And then we also were getting accustomed to the agile mindset. So to get around these two, we just pretty much watched tutorial videos or requested help from the coaches on the SkillHat team. And then also as a cross-functional team, we just put our knowledge together to, be as efficient as possible. But although we had these problems, we were able to mitigate them and get around them. And I think it's something that all of us are very proud to be a part of. So that would conclude our presentation today. On behalf of the EcoFit team, I would like to thank everyone for showing up. On the screen is our contact information if you would like to get in contact with anyone in regards to our project. Thank you.
Perfect timing. Literally 2 seconds before 15 minutes. And great presentation. Really good stuff, at least in my opinion. So let's hear from judges. Now we're going to start with JT this time. So JT, our UX expert and judge, what are your thoughts here? Any feedback, any questions?
Yeah, no, I just want to say really great work in terms of how you guys have pulled this together. Again, just what Mo just mentioned in the way you went through the demo and it kept to time and all of that. And I think it was well presented in terms of clarity of your product, the team, and the value that comes out of it. In terms of the design of the product, I do see a lot of opportunities that you guys have, thought through and are starting to work through. And I think it's an interesting area to find. My question would be in regards to the feedback from your research and how that translated again into the features that were I guess demoed. So for example, did you get any insight from your research in terms of the I guess how people feel for that end-to-end journey of finding a coach and getting to payment? Is it something that happens within the same session? Is this a situation where they have to keep coming back, thinking about it, and then going through that process of finally making that decision to say, yes, I want to go with the coach that has been assigned?
All right, so I can answer that question. Thank you for the question. So what we actually found in terms of the major pain points, was that finding the coach is really not that difficult because when you go on the internet, you can Google it, or usually most people, I believe 75% of our respondents actually said that they find coaches through the gym. In terms of then signing up and paying for it, there is a bit of deliberation that goes into it just because it's not as affordable. So that's usually the lag, right? Where people are not sure if they would like to get the fitness training. They're not sure if they can even trust the clients, because we did have some like open text boxes where people give us feedback about why they didn't sign up with a coach, for instance. And it was just because, they weren't sure if it would actually work. Some people have not been successful while some people have been. So for this app, we are able to solve for that because first of all, we are ensuring that it is affordable. And second, there is more visibility to the credentials as well as word of mouth from other people leaving reviews. So that builds a little bit of trust.
Okay, all right. No, thank you for that. Another question that I had was in terms of the savings actually, and this is not really more a question, but just more of a suggestion. because you guys are leaning into the value proposition of this is a better, in terms of pricing, it's a better option. I think it would be really great to highlight that fact, especially in the decision phase before they actually make that payment. It's like, you know, if you're going to go with a jump start, you're going to be having, I don't know, 50% savings from a traditional training session and things like that, because that is really where you want to get the segment, which I think was really good that you guys clearly highlighted the 2 segments that you were targeting would help them take it over the hump. Yeah, I would, again, with the same team that I said, I feel like there's a lot of discussion that could go with it, but for the interest of time, I just want to say you guys did an amazing job and thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Sean.
All right, thank you. Well done, everyone. Again, it's amazing how fast you came up with this product. I've sat on a few dozen of these pitches, demo review days. So I just want to start with that. Like I've seen a lot of this, and I've also seen a lot in this space. But this space is something that's very personal to me. So I've got 2 passions. One of them is OT, or operational technology and industrial control systems. The other one is health and wellness. And so I actually have invested in a health and wellness facility here in Houston. I've worked with multiple trainers. I employ a few trainers. So this is something that I am passionate about. And I can tell you that this space is very crowded. I've seen former Major League Baseball players come out with augmented reality mobile trainer apps. So one of the things that I think, from my advice to you, and just trying to get everything condensed in a short time, because I feel like I have a little bit more probably perspective on this than maybe some others, but I just want to get as much as I can in a short space. I'm happy to talk offline about this as well. The go-to-market strategy needs to be very clear up front, because anybody that sat through a dozen of these is going to go, how are you different than the other guys I've seen? So go-to-market strategy, talking about that total addressable market up front. Here's the market, it's big. So if you know it's big, you know it's big. If you don't, you want to see that. So get that up front in the pitch. And then how you're going to go after that market differently than anybody else in the space, and why you're qualified to do so. Personalizing that story is really good. So I had a hard time getting this. The gym members are beholden to the gym. The trainers are beholden to the gym schedule, and there's a big overhead. So the gym people don't get, the actual trainers don't get a chunk of that cost. So you're paying the gym, not the trainer. So you get lower quality training. So these are types of things you can throw in there, and that this pulls away the gym member is not beholden to the gym, and the trainer is not beholden to the gym. So this is a great opportunity, and highlight the feature of pairing based on your, I think that was really good. I love that. That's a differentiator from what I've seen. I've not seen that before. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I've just seen about 12 of these. I haven't seen one that shows that pairing mechanism. So that was a really good touch. And yeah, the one thing I didn't see that I was hoping to see is the actual use of the application in virtual. I didn't see like what that training looks like, even if it's a video or something, or just print screens. And I have seen some augmented reality. There's a great opportunity here. If you want to, just put it on your roadmap. So you've got the upfront pairing, seems like that's ready out of the box. And then future roadmap could include use of augmented reality and biometric feedback from wearables. So the coach is more informed, even if he were with you or she were with you, because they are using biometric feedback and augmented reality to look at your posture and get input. So that's an opportunity I've not seen, and I was just going to share that with you. But anyway, that's my feedback.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Let's go to Jermaine.
Man, thank you again for a wonderful presentation. It was awesome. It's funny that you're gonna have like back-to-back people that have like direct exposure to the fitness industry. I've worked at Good Life, LA Fitness, Anytime Fitness. I've had a very, very interesting like non-linear career. That was, a lot of it was in the fitness industry, both as a personal trainer and as a fitness salesperson. And one of the reasons why the gyms continue to have a dominance over like the personal training aspect is because there's a level of emotional intelligence that they understand from the perspective of their clients coming in. They use the environment of the gym to get people to think about their goals. They use the environment of like before and afters. They use like even like the trainer's like physique to like press upon people how like to press upon people the emotional aspect of like the whole experience, so that they get them invested for long-term success. One of the things, the challenges that we had in the gym was selling the gym memberships for the personal training, because of the abstract nature of it. You're essentially selling someone a dream in their head that they have to do all the work to get to, right? It can be extremely emotional taxing. So having that like rapport with the trainer to help them like ease them into it, but get them fully invested. So like they go the distance, especially when we're talking like virtual and like you're not actually there. I felt like there's a great opportunity here, especially when we consider how to personalize it and make you guys stand out, to have some sort of function that makes it a bit more personable and easier to create that actual relationship with that trainer. It's weird because there's so much that goes into it, but like a good trainer can make or break a great workout. And like it is very easy for clients to be disengaged because they don't see the results as quickly as possible. So you rely on that trainer to do like a lot of emotional labor to carry them through. And I think there's a great opportunity for your app to also like focus and like maybe enhance that aspect of it to give yourself something to stand out. But overall, fantastic opportunity. I love everything that I'm seeing. I'm actually in the market for a personal trainer. So I'm just saying if you guys want a guinea pig to see Wagwan, more than happy to do it.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Jermaine. Let's go to Osh.
Awesome. So unfortunately, I don't have the experience of the last two, the last two judges from a personal training and fitness perspective. I mean, I lift a few weights from time to time, but that's that's about the most that I know in that space. That's me trying to be funny. Anyways, I thought the presentation was good. I loved the certain aspects of it. First off, I think it was important that you guys, or let me put it this way, I think you did a good job in terms of putting so much information and helping us deliver it within the time frame. Kind of gave us a good view of everything that's, everything related to this product. And, the mere fact that you were able to turn this around or turn this over in 9 weeks, I think is super commendable. Like the other two judges, I'm kind of concerned, maybe just a bit concerned, because I feel like this space is crowded. And maybe because I've done a few searches myself, trying to see whether a gym was a better option than a personal trainer and all those kind of things. So I feel like you might need to spend more time, creating, being very clear what your value proposition is, what makes you different, and putting that, front and center as you sell this product. Again, just a challenge for the teams. Other than that, like I said, I thought it was a good quality presentation especially done very well within the time frame.
Excellent. Thank you, Osh. And then let's go to Brigida.
Thanks, Mo. And another congratulations to the team, another job well done. I think it's very relevant and as well as timely because, we've all gone through the pandemic. We've had that, extra pandemic weight, and it's about, it's very timely because a lot of people are, starting to go back to the gym and starting to care and look for their fitness and wellness. Personally, I just signed up on a gym, looking at a personal trainer, looking at the applications, the app that are allowing me to look at different virtual classes and things like that. I like the fact that there are a lot of features, again, specifically the coach matching. I think I saw that there's a review on the coach, maybe, in the presentation, if you could have done a good spin on that, because I think it's a good feature that you see the review for the coaches and the matching, and also similar comments with regards to the financial model, right? Because I think maybe a good emphasis on how it really benefits, because a lot of gym also offer their own personal trainers. So how is that different from this?
Or do you guys want to add any comments to that, or?
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. So thank you for the feedback. Thank you everyone for the feedback. So I think you were, so it was your question about how our presentation of the trainer is different from how the gyms, what the gym's presentation of the trainer is?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess the benefit really is, or maybe I should answer this by using one of the facts that we found, is that the issue with getting fitness training or even finding a fitness trainer is actually going to the gym. But we sort of present you with a solution without necessarily having to go to the gym. And also based on your feedback, as well as the feedback from one of our other judges, when we do more iterations of this, we would basically put the pricing and show you the pricing and how it actually differs and is more to your benefit. And lastly, the fact that the trainer actually comes to you at your wherever you prefer is also a selling point for us.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Thanks all the judges for the feedback. I just had one question. Why do you think this is such a crowded market? I'm gonna ask Sean that. For example, you said Black Scholar was kind of niche and new, but why is this so crowded? I'm just curious. We'll get Jermaine and Sean.
It's an obvious area for improvement. And if you've ever experienced the gym training situation or know someone like at LA Fitness who is a trainer, you know that they're not getting paid much and the company makes most of the money. And so you don't get a lot of retention there. And then people like the MLB guy I met, he had an injury and needed somebody that had some physical therapy background as well and had a hard time finding that. So built an augmented reality tool. So there's a lot of people that are looking for answers and they're just not easily available and not out there. And the apps are somewhat easy to make these days. So they're thinking, hey, I got a great opportunity, and that has crowded out the space, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'd also like just to echo that, like, when you think of fitness, it's actually one of the oldest industries in the entire world. So naturally, like, it's going to have a lot of attention, and it's also going to have a lot of like innovators in the space. This might sound weird, but I don't mean it in a weird way. But the barrier of entry for fitness as an industry is pretty low across the board, which is good because you get a lot of innovators in the space, people seeing new things. But as a result, with anything that has an easier entry point, there's just going to be naturally more people there. So it is a super important thing. It's one of those industries that will always be around, especially when we have like these toxic beauty standards. So I definitely think there's a great opportunity to innovate. That's actually, don't take it's a crowded space as like a challenge, or not a challenge, as like a negative thing. If anything, it's a great challenge, because once you can figure out how to stand out in the space, your niche, your messaging, your flow, your presentation, all of it's going to come around that.
Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. Round of applause again. Let's keep the energy up. So we do need to take a 5-minute break. We are going to take a 5-minute break. And this is because we want to give the judges a chance to put their scores together and their feedback in writing. So judges, if you receive the feedback sheet from me, if you don't have access to it, just message me directly. I'll DM it to you. You could just put down the scores, at least for the two teams who've presented, and your thoughts in writing. Mostly the scores, really. I saw that you guys are combining the scores and the context in the same box. It doesn't allow us to get the total and the average. So let's separate out the scoring from the additional comments. You could put a comment as a right click on the Excel sheet and put a comment there. All right, so let's take a 5-minute break so we all have energy for the last team and give them the same energy we have the first teams give, and then we'll give judges a chance to put their thoughts in writing. So we'll take a 5-minute break. I'm sharing my screen. When we're done with the 5-minute break, we'll continue with the last team. Okay, thank you. So we're now recording, and 1 second here. Okay. So Team SkillHat Talent, are you ready? I can't hear anything. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, okay, dokie. You can share a screen and your 15-minute timer starts. Let me know when you're ready to go.
And we're ready.
Okay.
Hi, welcome. My name is Ade. I'm the product owner and business analyst for the SkillHat Talent. So before we start our presentation slides, we created a short video to introduce SkillHat Talent platform. So enjoy.
All right. We can't see it. We can't see it. You're not sharing yet.
Oh, it says stop sharing.
You gotta share it. You gotta
I can
press it
see
to
it.
us. You can see it? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
I can see it
apologize.
too.
I couldn't see it on my end. So go ahead. Go ahead.
I see it. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed our intro video. I'm going to pass it on now to my colleague, Fatima, to go into our presentation slides.
Hi, everyone. My name is Fatima. I am one of the product owner and business analyst on this team. I will be introducing our team. We have Ade, our business analyst and product owner. We have George. Well, obviously myself, the business owner and business analyst and product owner. George, our Scrum Master. Jonah, our product developer. Josh, our UX designer. Jumoke, Scrum Master. Rotimi, Scrum Master as well. And Tumi, our UX designer. First, I'll be talking about our elevator pitch. Our conducted research shows that 90% of employers and 95% of alumni are interested in a platform in a tech space. At SkillHat, we believe that there should be a platform where our alumni can receive exposure to potential employers. By creating this platform, not only are we bridging gaps between alumni and recruiters, we're also creating a unique way of recruiting skilled employees. During our research, we looked into some diversity, equity, and inclusion mandates and found out that Canada Employment Equity Act requires employers to take active measure to improve their employment opportunities for a certain group of people. We also found that Harvard Business Review had mentioned that diverse companies are 70% more likely to capture new markets. And according to Boston Consulting Group, diverse management team leads to 19% higher revenue. This is something that I personally can speak for because I've actually witnessed it. I work for one of the biggest retail companies in Canada, and I've actually seen it in action. I've seen traffic increase in customers and sales just because the customer wants to come in and just see that there's a minority leader in the store. Here at SkillHat, our mandate is to focus on the BIPOC and immigrant labor market in North America by providing not only expert training, but career development as well. At SkillHat, the problems and solution. At SkillHat, a gap exists between prospective employers and SkillHat alumni due to manually searching and connection process. While we're eliciting and gathering requirements for this project, so we spoke to the SkillHat director and he mentioned that many top employers have reached out in order to find talent. However, there's no centralized database, and that this information that has information on qualified alumni in the database. Oftentimes, the process is very tedious and involves sending messages back and forth, in which sometimes information gets lost. So the solution, our solution benefits three stakeholders.
We have the SkillHat. SkillHat will own a platform where employers can connect to professionals. We also have prospective employers. They will have a go-to platform to search and connect to talent that fits their needs. SkillHat alumni will have a space to display their skills for prospective employers. Here's our product main features. There will be an easy access through an existing SkillHat main page, a quick sign-up feature for alumni and employers. There will be an intro video of alumni, a personalized profile for alumni, search and filter option for alumni. There will be a schedule an interview, click connect option for employers, and scalability for SkillHat. All these features will be displayed on the SkillHat product demo, in which I would hand it over to my co-presenter, to me, our UX designer. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima, for that, for presenting. My name is Tumi, and I am the UX designer for the SkillHat Career Platform. And I'll be taking you through our product demo shortly. Okay, so welcome to our landing page. This is the SkillHat's Career Platform's landing page. As you can see here, there are two call to actions. On the left-hand side is for the hiring manager, and on the right-hand side is for the alumni. So you could click either or to sign up or sign in. The rest of the page is more information about the career platform, as well as more information about SkillHat as a whole. So what I'm going to do right now is to show you the view from the employer's gaze. So on the top here, you could actually either click below, or you could click on the top here, find talent. So I already have one, but before then, let's say you don't have an account. What you're going to do is to register. You are going to click looking for talent. And once you sign up, it pretty much brings you to this page. This is the first page you will see. The alumni board. So I really love the alumni board because we have several features here. As you can see, there's actually the filter feature on the left-hand side of the page, where you're actually able to filter by, let's say, full-time, contract, part-time. You could also do, let's say, on-site, remote, hybrid, and it brings out a couple of alumni, depending on your preference. You could also search. So for example, I will do UX design. And you could also put like a location if you wish. Okay, find talent. It brings up two options here. So the two difference between these profiles here, as you could see, on this side, it does have a ring on the profile, a blue ring on the profile. This is a very interesting feature that I love so much. It is the intro video. So I'll play that intro video, just 25 seconds, my apologies. Hopefully it doesn't. Hi there, and welcome to my page. My name is Tumi. I'm a UX designer. I love I'll just start that over again. Use it. Hi there, and welcome to my page. My name is Tumi. I'm a UX designer. I love using research to solve my users' needs and to create unique and compelling digital experiences. I've been in this industry for 2 years, and I recently just graduated from the SkillHat UX design course. Feel free to check more about me, my experiences, my projects, and my skills in my profile. Thank you for watching. So that's a very interesting feature here. You could actually even view the video before clicking on the profile. So let's click on the profile to see the view of the alumni. This is from the recruiter's gaze. So if the recruiter clicks on the alumni's page or alum's page, you could see their profile here. Of course, you could still view that video once you click on the page. And you could see their role here, the UX designer and their location. You could also schedule an interview, which is a very interesting feature. You could schedule an interview right away. This feature is coming really soon, as well as you could download a resume. You could share that with your colleagues or your company. On the right-hand side, you could also see their status that they are ready to interview. And more on the page, you could see their bio, their information about themselves, as well as on the right-hand side, you could see their salary expectation, as well as their employment type and their job type, their skills, their languages, the work experience, and the projects. I find this very interesting because, for example, UX designers like me, we actually have projects. Even for Scrum Masters, product owners, business analysts, you're able to, compile like a PowerPoint presentation and attach it. So let's click on that. So once you click on it, you're able to see what this person has been up to. We'll just go back. And you could see their education. So that's all from the perspective of a recruiter. And I will be showing you how an alumni actually sees their page. So once an alumni signs up or signs in, the first page they would see is their page, their actual page. And the only difference here is they are able to edit a profile instead of schedule an interview, which is for the recruiter. So once they click on the edit profile, they could put in all their information. For example, this is a salary expectation. You could always change that at any time. You could put if you want to be full-time. You could also, on the right-hand side, upload your resume and your profile video. You could put in your career level, as well as more information about yourself. And again, my favorite feature, which is the projects, very interesting part is once you put in the title, you put in the link here, you could put a cover image that attracts your recruiter to you or to your project. You could also go to the alumni board. As an alumni, what they could do is they could go to the board and you could connect with your fellow colleagues or SkillHat professionals. You could use that filter button if you want, or you could just search their role. And that's all we have for the SkillHat career platform. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm going to pass it on to Ade, our business analyst and product owner.
Thank you so much, Tumi. I'm just going to share my screen again, continue with our presentation. So now that you've seen our product, I'm sure that you're probably wondering the process that we went through and the tools that we use to accomplish this. So as a team, some of the frequently used products was Jira, Kanban, Confluence, Draw.io, Balsamiq, Google Docs, Figma, and Bubble, just to name a few. And in terms of our process, it was 9 weeks. It was lengthy. There was a lot packed into it. But to give you an overview, we elicited stakeholder requirements. We compiled findings, determined business opportunity and risks. We also did design thinking by brainstorming ideas. We had a lot of ideas. We created prototypes, personas, process mapping. We also created a business case and a marketing strategy. We developed test cases. We recruited testers. We created user stories. We prioritized our backlog. And then we went into product development, did some review and retrospective, and then we went into our release planning. So now that we've given you an overview of our product, Tumi has done a product demo. I'm sure you're probably wondering, how is this platform going to make money? So we expect revenue inflow through a pay-per-hire model, where a projected 370 alumni will be employed through SkillHat Talent Platform in the next 5 years. The goal is to launch a paid version in the next 6 months to 1 year after we go to market. Some additional sources of revenue that we also explored as a team was subscription fees for recruiters. So there's always a point where you can pay a certain amount of fees as a recruiter in order to hire talent. There's also the one-time commission payment for the hire, and that's based on percentage of salary. So an overview of our financial projections. You're probably also wondering the value for our product. The SkillHat business is projected to graduate 3,000 alumni in the next 5 years. So we've done the financials for this, and of the 3,000 alumni, SkillHat aims to place 370 alumni in viable jobs in the tech industry. Now, based on all those metrics that I just mentioned, at a projected percentage of 12.5 of alumni being placed through the platform at an average fee of $7,500 per alumni or per alumnus, the product is set to generate 2.7 million in the next 5 years. Now, we've gone through our project, you've seen our demo, and we had 9 weeks to come up with that. In the 9 weeks, we had difficulties, and we also had lessons that we learned. So some of our difficulties, time constraints. Definitely, like I said, 9 weeks was a short amount of time to come up with a compelling product. And in the process, we lost some resources. As a team, we lost a couple of team members, and we had to pick up where there was gaps. We also had to determine priorities. Like I mentioned before, we had a lot of ideas as a team, a lot of perspective, and we had to kind of limit that to something that we could produce in 9 weeks. There was also the difficulty of effective communication. With so many people with so many ideas, there's always going to be that communication. But like I said, in 9 weeks, we learned a lot. And one of those things was better communication and better collaboration. You stay with someone for 9 weeks, you learn what they like, you learn what they don't like, you learn to effectively communicate. And same with time management. We also learned to manage our time. We had 9 weeks to produce a good product, and that's what we did. We also learned the importance of prioritization, picking the things that were most effective. We also learned how to work in a cross-functional team, a team that includes a stakeholder. We also acquired knowledge from other roles within our Scrum team. So I learned from the UX designer, I learned from the Scrum Master, I learned a lot as a business analyst and product owner. We adapted to change through feedback and consistent innovation, and progressive product evolution through iterative development. Now that we've gone through all that, we're going to give you our next steps. So for our next step, one of the things that we really value is insight and feedback from the judges. That's you guys. We also know that although we've come up with a compelling product, we do have a lot of ideas and want to improve our UI UX interface. We also realize that we need to onboard alumni. So currently there are about 400 alumni in SkillHat education right now. And we want to onboard them onto the professional platform so that employers are given access to qualified professionals. And then last but not least, the biggest part of it is to go to market. So we want everybody to be able to benefit from this great platform. And yes, so that's it. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate your time, and we're open to questions.
Bravo, a round of applause. Thank you. All right. I see the comments in the chat. Thank you for the comments. Let's keep that up. Let's encourage these folks. You know, they say they did it in 9 weeks. It was actually 8 weeks. It was about 3 to 4 weeks of research and about 4 and 5 weeks of product development. It was actually 8 weeks. The last week 9 was where they prepared for demo day. So just some more context, it was 8 weeks across all teams. So let's start with feedback. We're going to switch up the flow again. This time we're going to start with Sean.
I love it. And I'm excited to see what you do with it. And that's because I need it. So I would love to support this any way I can. And just the overall pitch is great. I don't want to minimize what you're doing by saying it reminds me of like, you know, Match.com or something like that for professionals. It's like you need that background. And there was a time years ago where we were just hiring a bunch of people, and I needed to filter out on certain things. And so I had the vendor that we were using actually do a video screening and filter people out based on questions that I had asked. So I didn't have to ask questions in the interview. I think that's a great thing you've already done. You've already done the video. So you're thinking ahead, and you're thinking about the people that are hiring, but also the people that are getting hired, and building that community, which is great because your community is, you know, is part of your wealth in the future. So well done. Great job.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. No questions this time, just feedback. Okay.
Just feedback, yeah.
Thank you, Sean. All right. Just pulling your legs there. Okay, let's go to Jetty.
Yeah, no, this was amazing. This is really good. Again, speaking to what Sean just mentioned, which is I think it's actually it's a great need for both ends. You know, the people that are looking for opportunities and the people that are looking for talent. especially when it comes to tech. We know how crazy the market is, and this is just a great way of making it even easier for both ends of the process to be able to filter to the right talent that they need. I mean, in terms of feedback, I think that was a great presentation, very concise, very clear. It was straight to the point, and you guys really honed down on your key value proposition, which I think was great. And you also highlighted the, in terms of next steps, what you want to do. So I think that's really great for product design when you have an idea of what you want to put out for MVP, but you also have a vision of, things that you can start doing next to improve and make it better. So thank you for highlighting that in your presentation. In terms of, I guess questions, one question I have here is, what is an example of an idea you started with that changed with feedback?
A big idea we started with that changed with feedback was we wanted the employers to also be able to have a profile, so to say. So we wanted to give each perspective equal view. So as you saw from Tumi's demo, when the employer logs in, they're able to go straight to an alumni board. But the alumni doesn't have the same, I guess, benefit. We wanted to, when we initially started, we wanted each side to be able to create a profile and be able to get to a board. So for the employer, it'll be an alumni board, and then for the alumni, it'll be a job board. So where employers can post jobs that they have available. And then we were really happy about the one-click apply option, where the alumni can just click on apply, and then because their profile is up there, it's already applied. We're very excited about it, but we had 9 weeks. So we had to kind of streamline what was feasible in the 9 weeks.
Gotcha.
So what could we give the employer that would be beneficial, but what could we also give the alumni that was also beneficial? For the alumni, it was a profile, and for the employer, it was the access to the professionals.
2 more questions for me. First one, the second question would be, because this is something that you can see kind of being rolled out, and again, with talent, you get a diverse, amount of people. Have you thought about anything in terms of accessibility and making sure that the platform is accessible? And has it passed have you put it through any of those kind of accessibility testing and stuff like that? Is that part of, next steps?
It is part of next steps. We have thought of accessibility. We haven't put it through the testing, only again because of the time constraints. We wanted to make sure that we had something that was viable and something that we can do in the amount of time that we had. It is something that we did consider, and when we go to market, it is something that we hope to, or we plan to have in play.
Jetty, as a UX expert, could you maybe educate us on what you were thinking when you say accessibility?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So for example, in terms of the UI elements, or those ones I think would be great to include in, one of those things that before you roll out into MVP, you have those checks in place. Are the colors accessible? Are people who have visual impairments, are they able to navigate through this site? Are they able to, is the font size legible? So those key UI checks, I think would be great to have right before you roll out, because again, these are things that you don't want to roll out something that some people might not be able to really get the full value of. But I do understand, of course, in terms of the time constraints, but it would be great to have that go through. And the last one is just, tongue in cheek, but is there going to be a feature where if you upload your resume, it automatically populates, or are you going to have to do it?
I know that little joke meme where you're trying to apply for something, you upload the resume, and it's like, go fill it out again. It's like, yeah, we've thought about that, but let them talk about
that. From the developer side, it was something that we actually wanted because we thought it'd be a great feature. Again, time. But also I believe, and I'm not going to pretend to speak developer, but from the back end, he did mention that they had to be a certain amount of, I guess, information for it to be able to auto-populate. So we want that too. And so that's why I would like, as we have more alumni sign up and onboard them, we would love to have auto-population.
Yeah. It's not an easy feature, and that's why you don't see it everywhere right now. It's actually a key problem in terms of it's called being able to read those documents and auto-populate. And it's a technology that is still not fully
Mhm.
fleshed out and, hard
Yeah.
to, but
Good idea.
great.
Thanks for suggesting those. Thank you, JT. That's all from you, right?
Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to Osh and then Brigida and then we'll end with Jermaine. So Osh.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I will just echo the comments of the other judges. I thought it was great. I think it's a great solution. From my perspective, and because of what I do, I think this is something that that will help largely, especially from trying to hire diverse talent. So again, great job, great thought process, great product, but kind of leads me to the question which has been on my mind, which is how do I, for example, so I work in Hydro One and I work in talent acquisition, for example, how do I know SkillHat? How do I know that that there is this, platform that I can get, amazing Black talent just by the click of a button and a quick search. So I kind of missed, how you plan to connect with recruiters. I'm not sure if you talked about that, but there are tons of recruiters out there looking for stuff, and yeah, they just don't know what they don't know. So I'm not sure if you spoke about that part or if that's something maybe I missed from your presentation.
Do you mean in terms of marketing or in terms?
Exactly, marketing.
Or marketing. Oh, okay. Well, SkillHat is already SkillHat Inc. is already a functioning existing platform. This is just, I guess, a subsection of it. And in terms of marketing, I mean, SkillHat has presence in social media like LinkedIn and Instagram. So, and I know as an alumni as well, I've seen the push or the marketing strategies that SkillHat Inc. uses. And because of that, and also webinars, I mean, there are so many ways that SkillHat can market this product as part of the existing platform now. So that's how employers can know about this product. Plus, SkillHat also has its own network. Like we had mentioned initially, many employers already reach out to SkillHat. And when they reach out to SkillHat, instead of sending them like a form or asking them for their specifics, it's just a matter of sending them a link and saying, you know what, this is a platform that exists, sign up and look at what we have. So that's something that I'm hoping I answered your question.
Yeah, largely. Still think that marketing needs to, you might need to give a little bit more focus to marketing because this is a new product. I mean, so leveraging the SkillHat marketing that's already there is great, but I think, you still need to put this word out there. A lot of the time you find very great stuff that are well-kept secrets, and I'm sure that's not the plan for SkillHat on this one.
Thank you. Do you have any suggestions on how the team might market the product better, if any, based on being a stakeholder in that community that the team's trying to access?
Maybe we can take this. I mean, I'm happy to have this conversation offline and talk about this a bit more. I know that, recruiters are reached out to every day on LinkedIn and, a few other places. I know there are meetups where, recruiters are looking for things like this and they just don't know that these exist. So I'll say, straight answer is I'm happy to, talk about this offline and we can see, maybe even talk to a live recruiter, and see what some ways that they think this will be better put out there.
Thank you so much, Sean. Osh.
I have one last comment just before I get off. So I'm just curious about there is, and this is maybe very basic, very, pedestrian, but I still want to find out. So we had a place where we put the salary expectations. A suggestion is not to make that mandatory because, that's kind of something that is a little bit personal. There's a whole school of thought out there about the risk versus the reward of putting your salary expectations out, and it's screening you off, right from off the bat, just because you quoted a salary that's a bit too high, and maybe you have the opportunity to, or you really are flexible and that was you just dreaming, right? We all have an opportunity to dream, but you don't want to be screened out because you put a number or a figure that was you just dreaming. So I think that should probably be not a mandatory field, such that if I don't want to put my salary expectations, I can still, as an alumnus, be on the platform and get marketed to these recruiters.
The salary field is actually not mandatory. So what we have is that we also have the option to put open to negotiation. That way there's that option where there's nothing set in stone.
Okay, sounds good. I thought I saw the red asterisk around it saying it was mandatory. Maybe I was wrong.
It's mandatory to fill out, but not mandatory to put. So it's a placeholder where you can type in. So you can just put in open to negotiation.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks for that feedback. Thank you. Lots of work to do for the team. Let's go to Brigida.
Thank you. And another great presentation. I think it's very relevant right now. It's a hot market out there. And I think this is going to be beneficial both for the alumni as well as for the potential employers. I don't really have a question, but maybe some consideration for future functionalities. I think that right now, I think it's a good opportunity for you to market yourself, put in your resume. But one consideration is that employers and in other companies are also trying to market themselves because, as I've said, it's a hot market. I think it's a good opportunity for your employer subscribers to be able to also put a profile about their company, right? And like in my instance, for example, we usually advertise that, we're a good proponent of diversity and inclusion, women and technology. So if you know about the employers, the alumni would also be, more excited and probably can even match it with the potential employers in terms of what they are looking for from a job. I also like the video feature that you've also implemented in the system.
Thank you, Brigida. Very nice feedback. Thank you. Let's go last but not least, Jermaine.
Man, you guys did that in 8 weeks? Really? Right? Like, honestly, if I was LinkedIn, I'd be scared what you guys could do in a year. Overall, really a great presentation. As I said earlier, I do think it'd be to just show the maximum potential of what you guys have built, to talk a little bit more from that persona perspective. But again, that's a lot to ask on top of everything you just pulled off in 8 weeks. So kudos to you nonetheless. I would say that the market is super, super hot for this. I do laugh all the time when companies ask me yo, where can we find Black talent? And I'm always same places that you're looking, you're just not really looking. But this type of platform brings a certain level of visibility to a certain group. And I think especially for what SkillHat's trying to do with enabling people to have more agency over their career choices, to make that transition, it goes a long way to really position you strongly. Yeah, overall, really enjoyed it as a recruiter. Both as a recruiter and somebody that's an advocate and a fan of SkillHat, if there's anything that I can do to help promote it or to help to help give feedback or to even just help use it, I'll definitely use it. Please let me know from a recruiter standpoint, as somebody that's looking for talent and always looking for ways to build up talent in different communities. I think it's always important, especially when it comes to career switchers, transitioning people from marginalized backgrounds, in order for us to really maximize our impact or our partnerships, is to make it as easy as possible for corporations to use what we're trying to build. And I love this because to me, this solves a huge infrastructure problem, right? And it's always we want to make it as easy as possible, eliminate as many excuses as possible, so that we can make the most impact. And I think what you guys are building on here is definitely going to be a huge contributor to making and streamlining that process. I'm overall yo, kudos to you, Mo. The SkillHat is dope because this is what you guys are producing in 9 weeks. sorry, 7 to 9 weeks. Got to give the range because I know what's going on. Like, shout outs to everybody in the room.
Thank you, Jermaine. This is very encouraging. Sometimes you build stuff, you're not sure if there's value in it. This is the first time all these products are being exposed to the general public beyond the group of initial testers. And when you're testing with a friend, you don't know if your friend is saying is good or your friend's, doesn't really think so. So good to hear all the feedback from the judges. Thank you, everyone. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna move the judges to another breakout room. Just for the judges, they're gonna have a conversation around the products and just give some scores. Now, everyone's a winner here. Everyone has won, right? The scoring is on 4 metrics: business viability. So what team had the highest business viability? Presentation quality, what team had the best quality of presentation, just based on averages and scores. Product technical depth, the code and features we saw. And then 4th is product design, UI, UX. So I'm gonna move the judges to a breakout room and they're gonna just put their scores. And I'm not gonna stay with them because I don't want you guys to think it's biased and more had any impact on your scoring. Okay, so you guys just wait up, give us I'd say 5 to 7 minutes, and then we'll come back, or they'll come back and provide you their general scores. Sound good? Okay, any comments or thoughts before we move the judges? Any other comments? You can take a few more, 1 or 2 comments. Okay, so keep up the energy in the chat. I love that, and we will be right back.
Put in your password and make it.
Okay, we're gonna mute Taiwo. Taiwo, you gotta mute because there's some background noise, but I've muted you. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you all for your patience while the judges had a conversation, deliberated, and I'll echo again, everyone here is a winner. This is just to give some scoring and to kind of discuss what was some really great points and what could be improved. So I'm going to hand off to Brigida to announce who the winner of the Accelerator Demo Day specifically is, right?
Thank you, Mo. And first of all, before I announce it, I really want to congratulate all the 3 teams that presented in a short span of time, and with the challenges that you've encountered. I think you all did a wonderful, awesome, fantastic presentation. The delivery, as well as the opportunity and the concept. You did a lot of market research. And your personas and really great presentation, pulling it all together. It was a very close fight, right? Scores were really close, but we only have 1 winner, and that goes to the SkillHat talent team. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Round of applause. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was just in that room helping them with like the spreadsheets and stuff. All the scores is from all the judges. They put their comments in. We're gonna share some of the comments through email, and teams, I'll have another one-on-one with you on Thursday next week or Wednesday. I'll let you know. I think on Thursday we're gonna work on next steps and all that as far as getting you out there in the job market and then connecting you with everyone. That's it for today. We're way over time. I thought we were gonna end at about 11:15, 11:30 Eastern. Right now it's 12:16. That's it for me. That's it from the judges. But we'll leave the floor open for another 5 minutes. Any thoughts, questions? Let's hear from the SkillHat talent team. Maybe whatever your responses to the judges thinking you were the winner of Demo Day.
Wow, honestly, I was not expecting that, to be honest with you, because in all honesty, from where we were like 2 weeks ago, you guys will not believe it to what it is that we've come up with. Honestly, I'm just short of words. I just want to say thank you, everybody. Like, it was a stressful and a couple of sleepless nights, but we kind of we got here. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Anyone else in your team wanna share a response?
I just want to thank everybody on the team, as well as Joshua, who also helped us with the UX. I want to thank Mo for the constant meetings and advice, as especially Ade, who was pretty much the product owner. Really thank you guys. Great job, guys.
We don't want to also forget the other developers that helped that assisted us to make this whole thing come to fruition. So Nix, Omatayo, thank you guys so much. Josh, special shout out to you. And obviously Jonah, our main developer as well. It's been great. Even the Black Scholar, not Black Scholar, sorry. The Accelerator, cohort as a whole, everybody's feedback was great. Thank you so much, because you guys' feedback helped us to really develop and see what you guys needed. So yes, thank you so much. It really is shocking. I didn't even prepare anything, so thank you so much.
All right. Anyone else? Do you have Jonah here? Tell me Jonah's here.
He was supposed to attend. I'm not sure.
How is Jonah? How is the guy who built the thing not here?
Sorry, I have to jump off, but I just want to say that great work all around. And if you don't be surprised if you hear from me or my recruitment friends, because y'all been showing out. Have a great weekend, and like just kudos to everybody here.
Thank you, everyone. Any other comments from anyone? Okay, so I think we're done. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been my pleasure to host the Accelerator, the first cohort. We will come back. We got to hear from the coaches. Let's hear from real quick, Oludi and Lisa. Just real quick, you are the key coaches here building these teams up. Let's hear from Oludi first.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to all the teams for the brilliant work they've done. And congratulations, SkillHat, for today's successful program. I'm Oludare. I'm a multi-skill professional, and what I do basically is leading teams, developing talents, helping teams. With my team, we equip teams in different places to develop the business transformation skills and all that is necessary. And I'm excited today, really seeing all the hard work, the sleepless nights becoming a reality. And I'm so glad. Mo and myself, we connected in January, and since that time, asked my organization to develop the courseware for this product. And from there, we started working with your teams and all the individuals that have come together, putting all the efforts together. It's great. I'm here with Lisa, my co-facilitator and one of the coaches. I must confess the journey has been so exciting and inspiring to see your team, to see the passion of the candidates trying to learn new things. And I'm very excited to be part of this team that has led to these successful three products. Very impressive presentations. And the skills that all the candidates have picked today is really impressive as well. The teams have been excellent, and the approach to work and their passion and their dedication, their sacrifice in 8 weeks, just to learn all this, learning all the cloud collaborative tools, learning all the skills that is needed to consolidate what the development teams will bring together. It's really commendable. So thank you, Mo and team, for giving Digital Business Consult the opportunity to play a tangible role and being part of your success. So I want to say well done to all the teams. All of you are winners today, because the judges are impressed by all your conduct, by all your achievements, all the skills you've learned, and all the presentations and the products are excellent. So from Team DBK, Lisa and I and all my team, we have enjoyed the collaboration with SkillHat to bring Tech Career Accelerator program to a successful point like this. So I'm happy, I'm excited, and I want to wish you guys all the best, and looking forward to greater collaboration in future. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, Uli. Lisa, let's just give you a chance to share your thoughts real quick.
Thank you.
Mo, you know, I'm a lady of very, very short words. So well done, everyone. As an agile coach, it warms my heart to see all the growth and development over the last 8 to 9 weeks. Well done. Good luck in the future, and hopefully we'll continue the successful collaboration as Oludare has mentioned. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to send out call to action emails. If you're looking to hire, we're going to send you access to the actual SkillHat talent platform. If you're looking to join the Accelerator, we'll send you links. Thank you to all the judges. I can't pay you. I'm sorry, we don't have money yet, but we want to say a big thank you. When I see you, I'll give you a hug. And I appreciate all the judges. Thank you, everyone. God bless. See you in Project Land. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.